Linea lunga. Welcome, guys. So we are going to look at the quiz of Ambiente and Inquinamento. So make sure you like the video, you subscribe, and enjoy the studies. You know, learning Patente B is something that it takes patience, a lot of patience to learn it accordingly. It's something you don't have to rush with it. If you rush a lot with it, there's a probability that you may come out with the wrong result. So take your time, join the studies, and learn gradually. And the Lord will be your helper in passing your exams. God Almighty bless you. So let's proceed with the studies. Let's enjoy the studies. Question number 1, it says, per evitare rumori fastidiosi non bisogna accelerare inutilmente e ripetutamente se il veicolo è fermo. The answer is
vero.
Correct, it is vero. It says, to avoid annoying noises, do not accelerate unnecessarily. And so, Mr. Granco Ghana, well done, well done. The answer is correct, it's vero. Make sure you join the class and learn well with Marwin, the teacher. God bless you. Let's proceed with the studies. Repeatedly, if the vehicle is stopped, the answer is vero. Because if you accelerate when it is not necessary, it will make unnecessary noise and also pollute. So the one is vero. Very good. Number 2, per diminuire l'inquinamento atmosferico provocato dai veicoli, bisogna utilizzare il motore al massimo numero di giri. So whenever it talks about contaminazione, which is pollution, you should know that whenever it talks about pollution, you have to watch the rotation of the engine. Because if you don't watch the rotation of the engine, definitely you are going to pollute much more. So most of the questions that has or that is related to this topic, which is talking about pollution, you have to check the words they are using in forming the question very, very well in order to understand and know why an answer is vero or falso. Okay, let's proceed. So well done. The right answer is falso. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, the engine must be used at the maximum rotation. It is falso because the more the engine rotates, the more it pollutes. So that's why the 2 is false. So well done. So guys, join the class with Marwin, the teacher. Number 3. Per risparmiare carburante e salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico, è consigliabile azionare il climatizzatore il meno possibile e soltanto quando serve effettivamente. Now, il climatizzatore is just talking about the air condition. So the air condition, you don't have to use it frequently because the more you use the air condition, you are also polluting the more. Okay, so let's check out the explanation and see why it's going to give us the answer. Okay.
Falso.
And so the number 3, it is not false, so it is vero, because it says to save fuel and to protect the environment from air pollution, it is advisable to use the air conditioning as little as possible and only when it is needed. It is vero because the more you also use the air condition, the more you also pollute. Okay, so that's why the answer is vero. Well done. Number 4. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli con motore a scoppio, bisogna sostituire la marmita catalitica quando la stessa è deteriorata o esausta.
It's vero.
Correct. That is correct. The answer is vero. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles with internal combustion engines, the catalytic converter must be replaced when it is damaged or consumed. And therefore is vero. Because if you use the damaged one, it will be making more noise and also polluting them more. So that's why the 4 is absolutely vero. Okay, so whenever it comes to bisogna sostituire la marmita catalitica quando la stessa è deteriorata o esausta, of course, the answer is vero. Because if it is spoiled, you have to change it and get a new one. Okay, very good. Let's proceed. Well done. 5. Il rumore prodotto dai veicoli a motore si può diminuire con una guida corretta che eviti brusche frenate e forti accelerazioni.
Vero.
That is correct. It says the noise produced by engine vehicles can be reduced with correct driving, avoiding sudden braking or strong acceleration. So the 5 is absolutely vero. Why? Because when you press the brake suddenly, you cause a lot of noise. And when you accelerate suddenly, also, you cause a lot of noise. So the 5 is vero. Very good. 6. Per diminuire il rumore emesso dai veicoli a motore, si deve suonare il clacson il meno possibile. And the answer is
Vero.
correct. The answer is vero. Well done. It says to reduce the noise caused by engine vehicles, you should honk a little as possible or as less as possible. So the answer is vero, because the horn of the vehicle, the more you press it, the more it causes noise on the road. So the 6 is vero. 7. Nelle curve percorse a forte velocità, lo strisciamento dei pneumatici aumenta la rumorosità del veicolo. So the 7, the right answer is
Vero.
and that one is correct. The 7 is vero. It says when turning at a high speed, the friction of the tires increases the noise of the vehicle. Yes, it is vero. The friction of the tires on the floor when turning on a curb at a high speed, it will definitely make a lot of noise. So the 7 is vero. Well done, Mr. Amidu. Well done. Number 8. L'inquinamento atmosferico prodotto dai veicoli dipende principalmente dall'umidità presente nell'aria. And the answer is
Vero.
correct. The answer is absolutely. Allora, the 8, if you watch it carefully, you realize it is not vero. It is falso. So you see, these are the type of questions you have to be very, very careful. Ok, it says l'inquinamento atmosferico prodotto dai veicoli dipende principalmente dall'umidità presente nell'aria. Now, it is not vero, it is falso. Why is it falso? Because umidità, when it says umidità, is humidity. Okay, humidity. So when there is humidity in the atmosphere, it has nothing to do with contamination of the air. Okay, the humidity you see there has nothing to do with contamination. So whenever you see humidity concerning this topic, ambiente and inquinamento, you should know and remember that the answer is falso. Okay, let's proceed. It says air pollution produced by vehicles depends mainly on the humidity of the air. Now, the humidity of the air has nothing to do with the air pollution. Okay, it's a natural occurrence. It's something that happens naturally, the humidity. Okay, so the 8 is falso for that reason. Well done. Number 9. Per evitare rumori fastidiosi durante le fermate dovute al traffico, occorre mantenere il motore acceso, accelerando ripetutamente. And then 9. The right answer is
Falso.
okay, so
Falso.
the number 9, the right answer is false. So well done. It says to avoid noises during traffic stop, keep the engine running, accelerating repeatedly. No, it is false. So the more you accelerate, the more you make noise. So that's why the 9 is false. So well done, Mr. So guys, you realize this topic is a logical topic. Okay, these are things that happen on a daily basis. Of course, if a vehicle accelerates, it will make noise. Of course, when you press the brake suddenly, it will make noise. Of course, when you press the accelerator, when the vehicle is stopped or parked, it will make noise and pollute. It is a topic that is a logical topic. Okay, now there are other tricks whereby can be shown to locate the right answers of these topics. Okay, every topic has got a strategy to identify their answers. Okay, I'm just giving you few ones of them concerning this topic, which is ambiente and inquinamento. Okay, God bless you. Let's proceed with the exercise. Make sure you join the class with Marwin, the teacher. Number 10. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli può dipendere da un funzionamento irregolare del motore. And the right answer is
Vero.
And vero is. It is vero. It says the air pollution from vehicles can be caused by an irregular engine operation. It is vero, because if the engine is not rotating well or is not functioning well, it can also pollute a lot the air. So the 10 is vero. Well done. 11. Per salvaguardare l'ambiente. Now, for those of you who don't know the meaning of the word salvaguardare, I advise you to study with Marvin the teacher. Now, let me explain the word salvaguardare. Salvaguardare means to protect or to watch over. Watch over. Okay? So, per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico, bisogna premere diverse volte e a fondo il pedale dell'acceleratore affinché il veicolo raggiunga in fretta la temperatura di esercizio. So the 11, the answer is
falso,
correct. It is falso. It says to protect the environment from air pollution, the accelerator pedal must be pressed down several times to allow the vehicle to quickly reach operating temperature. It is falso because the more you press the accelerator, the more you are making noise and polluting a lot. So 11 is absolutely falso. 12. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli, bisogna far controllare il motore se il fumo dello scarico risulta troppo scuro. So the 12, the right answer is
vero,
correct. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, you should have your engine checked if the exhaust smoke is too dark. So the 12 is vero.
vero,
So we that are Africans, okay, this is something very, very critical because if the smoke coming out from your exhaust tube is dark, my brothers and sisters, you should know something is wrong with your engine. Okay, so you have to immediately go change the oil or check the engine. Okay, in order not to spoil the engine the more and also not to contaminate more the atmosphere. Okay, let's proceed. Well done. It is very because if the smoke coming out from the exhaust pipe tube is dark, it means you have to check the exhaust pipe, okay, or change it. So the 12 is vero. Very good. 13. Viaggiare con uno spesso strato di neve sul tetto del veicolo comporta un aumento dei consumi di carburante.
è vero,
Correct, vero. It says driving with a thick layer of snow on the roof of your vehicle increases fuel consumption. It is vero because it adds extra weight to your vehicle and that increases the consumption of your fuel. So that's why the 13 is vero. Very good. Number 14. È consentito modificare liberamente il motore e la marmita di un veicolo per diminuire l'inquinamento atmosferico. And the right answer is
vero,
no, it is falso. It says it is permitted for you
What?
to freely modify the engine and the muffler to reduce the air pollution. It is falso. No one is allowed to modify the engine or the muffler. Okay, so that's why the 14 is
ok,
falso. Very good.
ah,
Now, for those of you who don't know well what the muffler is the exhaust pipe tube. Okay, so it is something that the government does not allow people to modify because there are people who intentionally modify it to make the vehicle run faster. So by law, it is prohibited to modify the muffler and also the engine. Because the concept here is the fact that people modify the engine in order for the vehicle to go faster. Okay, that's why the law does not allow so. If they catch you that you have modified the engine of your vehicle, you'll be sanctioned very, very severely. Okay, let's proceed. 15. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli, bisogna sostituire il filtro dell'olio ad ogni cambio di stagione.
vero,
No, falso. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, the oil filter should be replaced at every change of season. It is falso The oil filter is changed periodically, not every change of season. Because when you change it every season, it means winter you change it, summer you change it, spring you change it. So that's why the 15 is false. So is that clear?
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Allora. So guys, like the video? Ok, let's proceed. Number 16. Viaggiare a forte velocità con il tettuccio del veicolo aperto comporta un aumento di consumi di carburante. And the 16, the right answer is...
Yes, it's vero.
Okay, so the 16, the right answer is vero. Well done. It says traveling at high speed with the vehicle roof open increases fuel consumption. It is vero. How is it possible? It is possible because the air will be entering the vehicle, and by doing so, it pulls backwards the vehicle. So that's why the 16 is vero. Very good. 17. L'inquinamento atmosferico è nullo nei veicoli che rispettano la normativa anti-inquinamento Euro 0. And the answer is...
Falso.
So the number 17, the right answer is false. So well done. It says air pollution is zero in vehicles that comply with the Euro 0 anti-pollution regulation. The 17 is falso. The reason why it is falso is because the Euro 0 pollution is higher, is the highest, okay? The Euro 5 is the lower one. Is that clear? So that's why the 17, the right answer is falso. Very good. 18. Guidando un veicolo a cui sono stati modificati il motore e la marmita, si può incorrere in pesanti sanzioni amministrative. So the 18, the right answer is...
Vero.
Correct, vero. It said driving a vehicle whose engine and muffler has been modified can result in heavy administrative penalties. Vero. It means they will give you multa. Okay. So you are not allowed to change the muffler or to modify the engine. So 18 is very. So this is exactly what I was explaining before, that if they catch you, that you have modified the engine or the exhaust pipe tube, you'll be sanctioned with a serious multa. You wish you never change anything. Okay, so let us be very careful on those things when we get our car. Okay, let's proceed. Good.
Yeah. You know why I get this one?
How?
You know why? Because when I meet that other one, he explained to me that you have no right to modify question.
Exactly.
Through that explanation, I got this one.
Very good.
Thank you. Let's go ahead.
We thank God. Glory be to the Lord. 19. Una maggiore emissione di fumo dallo scarico è sintomo di maggior inquinamento causato dal motore. And the 19, the answer is...
It's vero.
Correct. It says increased smoke emission from exhaust is a symptom of increased pollution caused by the engine. Yes, vero. The engine is polluting more. When we see that, the smoke coming out from the exhaust pipe tube is more. Okay, so the 19 is simply vero. Very good. 19. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria.
No, 20. 20.
Yeah, this is number 20.
Now it's 20. Yeah.
Number 20 says per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli bisogna accelerare ripetutamente da fermo per tenere caldo il motore e migliorarne il rendimento? And the answer is
falso.
correct, falso. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, you need to accelerate repeatedly from a standstill to keep the engine warm and improve its performance. Falso. If the vehicle is standing, if the vehicle is not in movement, we are not supposed to accelerate repeatedly. Okay, it will affect the vehicle itself and also pollute a lot, and also pollute cause a lot of noise. So that's why the 20 is false. Very good. 21. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli a motore può essere ridotto evitando di usare il veicolo per brevi percorsi.
È vero.
Correct, vero. It says air pollution from engine vehicles can be reduced by avoiding using the vehicle for short journeys. It is vero. So the more you use the vehicle for longer journeys, it favors the pollutions of the air than the short journey. So 21 is vero. Very good. 22. Per limitare i consumi di carburante non conviene fare uso del portapacchi, ma sistemare i bagagli all'interno del veicolo.
Verissimo, vero.
Correct, vero. It says to limit fuel consumption, it is advisable. It is not advisable to use the roof rack, but to place the luggage inside the vehicle. It is vero, because when you keep the vehicle, the load or the luggage inside the vehicle, the weight that could be pulling backwards the vehicle is no more there, because it happens that the vehicle is being pulled backwards when the luggage is positioned on top of the vehicle. So that's why the 22 is vero. So like I said before, it is a logic topic. Okay, so imagine you putting the luggage on top of your vehicle. You know, when we do it, we do not think about the consequence, but the problem here is that it adds weight to the vehicle, and by adding weight to the vehicle finds it more difficult to advance. And that is the main problem why it is not advisable to put the luggage or anything at all on the roof or on top of the vehicle. Because it doesn't matter how fast you go, you will still be consuming a lot of fuel because of the extra weight of the vehicle. Okay, so we have to be very careful on these matters as well. Let's proceed. Make sure you like the video and you subscribe. 23. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli diminuisce se si lascia acceso il climatizzatore.
The answer is
So what's the answer there?
falso.
Correct, falso. Well
Falso.
done. Well done. It is falso. It says air pollution from vehicles decreases if you leave the air conditioning on. It is falso, because the air condition, when you leave it on, it will increase the air pollution. So that's why the 23 is falso. 24. L'inquinamento atmosferico prodotto dai veicoli può essere ridotto controllando che il filtro dell'aria non sia sporco o intasato. And the answer is
Falso.
no, vero. It says air pollution produced by vehicles can be reduced by checking that the air filter is not dirty or clogged. Vero. If you change,
Okay.
okay, periodically the air filter, it will keep also the vehicle from not polluting too much. Okay, so the 24
Okay.
is Vero. Very good.
Well, okay.
25 per. So, my dear brother, you can just take my number. Then, after the teaching, we are going to finish the teaching very soon. Then, you can just send me a message on WhatsApp or just call me. Okay, very good. Let's proceed with the studies. Diminuire il rumore emesso dai veicoli a motore, basta eliminare la parte finale della marmita.
It's vero.
No, it is falso. It says to reduce the noise emitted by engine vehicles, simply remove the final part of the muffler. It is falso. You have to change the whole muffler. Okay, so that's why the 25
Okay.
is falso. 26. Per consumare meno carburante conviene scegliere per quanto possibile strade pianeggianti e più scorrevoli. And the answer is
Vero.
correct. It says to consume less fuel. It is advisable to choose as far as possible flat, smoother roads. It is vero. When you are transiting on a smooth road, okay, it helps your vehicle also to consume less fuel, okay, because the driving will be smoother. So 26 is
Yes.
vero. Very good.
Yes.
27. Per diminuire il rumore non si deve accelerare quando il veicolo è fermo.
Vero.
Correct, vero. It says to reduce noise, do not accelerate when the vehicle is stopped. The answer is vero, because if you press the accelerator when the vehicle is stopped, it will make a lot of noise and also pollute a lot. So 27 is vero. Very good. Make sure you like the video. 28. Join the class. Study with Marvin, the teacher. The teacher. L'insufficiente pressione di gonfiaggio dei pneumatici comporta un maggior consumo di carburante. And the 28, the right answer is
Vero.
correct, vero. It says insufficient tire pressure leads to increased fuel consumption. Vero, because if your tires are flop, the vehicle, in order to move forward, it will make more effort. And that effort, that energy comes from the fuel. That's why it will increase the consumption of your fuel. So 28 is vero. Make sure you join and study with Marvin, the teacher. 29. Per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico, bisogna premere più volte il pedale dell'acceleratore quando il veicolo è freddo.
Pasto.
Correct, falso. It says to protect the environment from air pollution, you should press the accelerator pedal several times when the vehicle is cold. It is falso, because the more you press the accelerator, the more you are polluting. Okay, so 29 is falso. So now to the last questions. Make sure you like the video, study with the teacher. Number 30. Per diminuire l'inquinamento atmosferico provocato dai veicoli, bisogna far sostituire periodicamente il filtro dell'aria. And the answer is
Vero.
correct. Well done. It is vero. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, the air filter must be replaced periodically. And the answer is vero. You have to change it periodically so that the engine system will be clear, will be clean. Now, this question here, you remember we saw the other one, which said you have to change
Yes,
the
yes. When I
filter,
miss,
which says you have to change the filter of the air season according to the season.
you know,
And that
yes,
one
I
is
say
false.
zero. If you say it's fast,
Yes, that one is false. But this one is vero.
yes.
So well done,
No,
Mr.
I've
Amidu.
already got this.
Yeah,
I miss
exactly.
five.
Well done. We thank God. We thank. So, guys, this topic, people say it's very difficult, but it is not. Okay, what will make it difficult is when you do not know well the vocabularies. So that's why before we start the topic, we go through the vocabularies of Patente B first before we start with other topics. So God bless you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to join the class, you just let me know. The Lord be with you all. See you in the private class where you have more informations. God bless you all.